Three, two, one, let's go! I'm the host of the PBU podcast, Troy Tittlemeyer, sitting down at the Microseismic Inc. 2023 image with Monica, who created, this is her vision. This is everything we see at this booth, the people that are coming up, the engagement around the booth. This is all because of your vision, the colors, the design.
That's right.
So Monica, please introduce yourself. I'm super excited to get into this story.
Hi, Troy. My name's Monica Vrana, and I've worked here at Microseismic for almost 10 years in marketing. I started out being the senior event planner, just working part-time for Microseismic contract. And then really the last years when I came on full-time.
Wow.
Before that, I was just, to your point, I was just being a mom and trying to do it all with 3 kids, young kids, and I knew I wanted to do something right with my time, but I needed a balance. And so now that I have 3 teenagers, I'm now full-time at Microseismic, but been here almost 10 years.
What do your kids think about what you do?
They think I work at church, to be honest with you. They always thought I was on staff at church because I have my hands in a lot of things.
I can
People
imagine.
that know me well know that I'm a task-oriented, get-it-done person.
Hell yeah.
And so I'm always volunteering my time, like I said, at church, and then I'm involved in other philanthropic things, like National Charity League and Young Men's Service League.
Were you a cheerleader back in the day?
I was a cheerleader, and I was on drill team.
Right on.
Yeah.
My wife was a famous cheerleader in South Texas.
Was she really? Who did she cheer for?
She's probably going to be upset
Dallas
that
Cowboys
I don't.
Or anything
No,
like that,
no. When, this is like grade school.
Yeah, grade
to
school. I was
high
a cheerleader in grade school. Yes.
Competitions around the country. She would cheer at the
But you
Alamo
know what?
Dome.
I tell my kids all the time, I learned my time management from being involved in something like that when you're young.
How busy
like
you are all the time.
Drill team, I could not be late. I just learned time management.
Wow.
And so get your kids involved in something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, something.
So I'm at that early stage, right? You're like you call it the crunch stage.
Yeah, crunch.
And it's like we're quickly realizing that
it takes a village.
Oh, it takes a village, no question about that.
Grandma and grandpa help all the time.
But
mostly.
their minds they're so young, they don't speak perfectly, right? They understand really well. And if they're not busy, it's chaos.
Oh yeah. You have to have a schedule. And stick to the schedule. Oh yeah. Totally.
That goes all the way through life, right?
Don't miss the naps. Yes, that goes all through life. We're actually the third one's along for the wheel. I mean, they just sleep wherever you're going. But they have to adapt to your life, Yeah. I do believe that also.
Yeah, you got to kind of show them, right? I do. Speaking of tips, here's some stay positive tips. All right, encouraging quotes and messages to fuel your life with positive energy.
I'm a glass half full, not half empty girl. Nice. So I love positivity.
I can tell. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Stopped right exactly when you said it. This is something that's going to happen here. There will never be peace on earth until there is peace within us.
That's true. That's good.
Your faith must be bigger than your fear.
That's biblical. I'm all about a biblical quote.
Whoa. Your faith's got to be bigger than your fear.
Yeah, fear is not from the Lord.
Whoa.
And that goes hand in hand with peace.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. If there's fear, you don't have peace.
Someone was telling me that fear is this like this space in our brain that's just not filled with knowledge yet. And so you have this fear, but the best way to get rid of that and the best way to just deal with that is just knowledge. Go out and read about it and be about it and replace that fear with knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
I don't have any.
Go. Repeat after me. It says, "Today I will be positively contagious."
Today I will be positively contagious. But you know what? It is contagious.
Right?
When you're around other people that are like Peter Duncan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just
high energy.
So I'm like, yeah, Peter, let's go. Like we just, high five each other and I think that's why everybody likes Peter. That's one thing I would say about Microseismic is it's like a magnet, and it's because of Peter.
Wow.
He just high energy, always positive, always in a good mood. And I
Man.
think that's why people have stayed around him for such a long time. I mean, you can start asking people that work at Microseismic how long they've been here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm almost on my 10 years, and there's people that have been here almost from the beginning, to be honest with you, if not longer.
Just in the trenches with him.
Yeah, but he's just so darn likable. Like, and you want to I'd please him, I guess. That's the only way that I can say it.
Yeah.
Like you want to do a good job for him because he's just so likable and engaging and cares.
You met him 10 years ago?
I did. So I've been fortunate enough to not really ever have to look for a job. Just my jobs, truthfully, have always found me. And so a former boss that I worked for at SMT, Seismic Micro Technology.
Okay.
SMT, they were bought by IHS.
Whoa.
Who then has been bought by S&P Global.
Right.
So when I worked at SMT for 7 years, I worked for a gentleman called Indy Chakrabarty.
Huh.
Indy came to work at Microseismic in 2013 probably, and he hired his replacement, Sarah Groin. Anyways, and Sarah was looking for somebody to help in marketing, and Indy said, well, call Monica. You know, like I said, I worked for him for 7 years, and so I've been here ever since.
Wow. And so you've been in marketing for how long? Like,
I can't tell you, then you're going to do the math and figure out how old I am.
hey, I guarantee I'll be wrong if I guess.
I have been doing marketing 20-something years,
So
since
was that
1997.
1997, coming out of like college,
Yes.
going straight into
Marketing.
Mm-hmm. And you went, the college degree you got was in like business and marketing?
Yes.
From where?
Stephen F. Austin.
Is that right?
Yeah, Action Jacks. Yeah.
Nice. They got, their geology program's legit.
I didn't know
Yes.
that. I'm
Heck
going
yeah.
back for a reunion. I'm not going to say how many years, but I'm going back for a reunion in 3 weeks, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah, my sorority, Chi Omega, is having a 60th reunion, and the
Right.
school, Stephen F. Austin, is celebrating 100 years. And
Whoa.
So, yeah. I didn't, I'm going to have to check out the geology department. 'Cause
Yes.
I didn't even know.
Bring rocks.
Because that wasn't on my radar when I was in school.
You didn't do any geology when you went to
No.
school? Oh,
None.
come on.
But I've learned quite a bit.
Oh, I bet.
Don't quiz me, but I've learned quite a bit about geology now.
Yeah, you went SMT, which was seismic. It was like the vibration seismic, like traditional 3D, 2D
Yes,
seismic acquisition stuff.
We were famous for Kingdom software.
Kingdom came from SMT.
Yes,
Whoa.
it's still around, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I say that I don't know what S&P has done with Kingdom, but yes.
Well, IHS.
And they bought S&T for $500 million cash. I'll never forget.
Sheesh. You got a little piece of that, huh?
No, because I was contracting for them for 7
damn it.
years. That's kind of been my stick for ever since my kids were little. They always treated me like an employee. Same thing with Microseismic. But I've been doing contract for 16 years.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Twilight Zone. You don't want to get locked in with the company as an employee. You want to stay as a contractor. You just like that space better?
Well, yeah, it just gave me the flexibility.
Ah.
I haven't worked, like I said, I haven't worked full time since my kids were born. This is the first year since they were born, 2005, I guess. But it's worked for me. It's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to help my kids out and do the PTO thing and carpool thing, and this gave me the best of both worlds.
Right on. Interesting.
So yeah, no, if I do it all over again, I would do it the same.
I really do enjoy thinking about just marketing and sales and like the difference between that and branding.
Well, I was actually going to compliment you because you actually do have a good personal brand. I like how you start off with the "Let's Go." That's branding.
Okay.
In your positivity book, that's your personal brand. So you have it. You can check the box.
Right on. All right.
Seriously.
Good to know.
It's true.
I've been
you
approved.
figured it out.
Right on. So when you went to school and learned about kind of your place in marketing or your philosophy and like what you wanted to get into, what was it, or what did you envision yourself being as a marketer? Like, what was your goal when you were young and you were thinking, I'm going to go into the professional world and help people tell their story, like explain their technologies, like marketing at its core?
That was actually not my vision. I believe, it's just living through my kids nowadays, I believe that they prepare teenagers much better in high school now for the future than they do when I was going to school in the 90s. So really, to answer your question, if I could do it all over again, I would go into interior design or fashion merchandising.
Really?
That's kind of my branding. Like if you ask people, I'm kind of known for the clothes I wear and putting an outfit together. Like Peter's always like, Monica, it's always a surprise to see what you have on today. Like that, I enjoy doing that. And COVID, in my opinion, was like, it was hard for me during COVID because I didn't get to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I didn't realize how much I missed putting it, like I said, an ensemble together. That
wow, interesting.
So when I was in school, though, I stuck with marketing. I like the fact that I got that degree and I stuck with it. I think sometimes people don't do that. You know, they get a degree in something else and they
end up doing something
detour,
totally different.
You know, I get it. We all have our own journey in life, but no, I've always enjoyed marketing and the creativity behind it.
Okay.
So that's kind of using interior design in a way. You know, if you kind of look at the booth, like I have some pretty sparkly, shiny things there to kind of get people's attention and draw them in.
The wood grain and the blues and the oranges.
wood grain, but we're really known for our sparkles. We're known for our diamonds. I'm serious. You laugh, but it's true. Start asking around. People come for our diamond pins. They come for our diamond paperweights.
Right on.
And all the, like I said, it's really, and where that came from was make every well a gem. That's kind of how we tagged that. And we've been doing it since 2019, giving away diamonds.
Wow. So
it's kind of another layer of our brand.
Okay.
That I've started.
As a marketer, and when you got out of school, what was the first job? Was it oil and gas? Was it energy always?
The first job I had right out of school, and it was managing seminars for a company called BindView. BindView was a network security service.
Okay.
And they were actually bought too. I did have some stock, and I did make some money in that company. Yes. And I worked there, I guess, 7 years probably. That's probably my that means completion, 7 years. But I worked there 7 years also, and then they were bought.
Okay.
Symantec bought them. I enjoyed working for that company, though, a lot. It was fun.
Wow.
Right out of school, there was lots of people my age working there, lots of sales reps, and we just
kind of
we had a
figuring
great
it out.
time.
Wow. And then?
And I traveled all over.
The country or the world?
Really the country. So I was young, like I said, right out of school, and I got to see really all because seminars were a big deal back then. They're not as popular anymore, or at least they're not called seminars anymore. And so I traveled and I managed those for the company. Yeah.
Wow. Cool. So you were young, seeing the country.
Yeah, traveling first class everywhere. I had so much status. Yeah, it was fun.
Man. And you dress the way you do, and you're like.
I had a great time.
Man, that's like a Netflix documentary.
Yeah, I had a great time.
And what did you think back then? What was the coolest part of the country, in your opinion, back then? What were you thinking? Because I got to do the same when right out of high school. I started traveling the country. I'm like, Florida, and went to North Carolina.
New York and Chicago, and I got to stay in nice hotels because I always book them in like the Ritz-Carlton.
Jeez.
I really had a good time.
Oh, man, sounds awesome.
Yeah, I do like, now the older I get, I don't want to travel as much. It's not as fun. Because the airlines and they, I mean, it didn't used to be this way, where you had less leg room. They don't feed you anymore.
Yeah.
I could complain, but that's a different story. That's a different podcast.
Stay in your seat. Hear your peanuts.
But I will say the best thing I ever did is get TSA pre-check. I don't know if you have that, but it's worth $85. It's good for 5 years. It's worth it.
That's good to know.
You should get it.
I was thinking about that. It's good to know.
Worth it.
And then, so what did you do after that? Right after the 7 years of traveling and this cool job, getting a payout.
So then I went to work for a competitor of BindView's called NetIQ.
Okay.
Looking back, I probably shouldn't have left, but it
happens. Yeah.
Sometimes they wheel you in with more money, and that's what happened.
Wow, classic. So when do you get into energy? Sorry.
When did I get in energy?
Yeah.
So with SMT.
Right.
That would have been 2016? No, 2000. I don't remember. Hold on, I'm trying to do the dates. 2007.
2007, you get into SMT. and you're marketing for an energy seismic company focused on oil and gas.
And I love the energy component. Energy and environmental. That's been a new pivot for Microseismic. I'm sure Peter and Gary have told you how we really have an excellent story, and Peter loves to tell it, but of pivoting, and not only pivoting, but surviving.
Yeah.
We really used the downturn during COVID to broaden our technology, and we were still working. Even though we did lay off, we furloughed the whole company. I don't know if Peter told you that. We only had about 5 people. And in the heyday, we were up to about 250 people.
Wow.
Go down to 5, and now we're slow. I mean, we're coming back up. We're coming strong. We're laying the foundation for carbon and geothermal.
Yeah.
And truthfully, we're banking on it. So, call us.
Nice.
We're ready. Call us.
Right on. And yeah.
It is an exciting time because I find that the younger generation coming out of school, they're really interested in the earth and saving, and everything that we can do in terms of energy to let it be here for exponential generations.
Right.
And we need to.
Right. And I love the line. Did you come up with this? We listen, we protect.
I cannot take credit for that. If you know me, I don't take credit for what I did not do. Gary Hargraves, our new president, this is his new tagline, and I love it.
Yeah, listening.
And it's simple and it's effective, and then he added the we care, and that just kind of goes with like what I was telling you about the environmental component.
Taking this technology and all the learnings of Microseismic for 20 years and now applying it to environmental impact.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I just like the best thing about to me is the listening part. Like we talk about that as geologists all the time, and it's so hard because you must be a good listener in geology.
It's true.
You must listen to what the rocks are saying. You listen way more than you tell someone what you think it is.
Exactly.
It's all about listening, and that next generation now is saying, we care, we want to listen.
Right.
They're eager to do that, and that's good.
And I actually have a sign over there at the booth that says "Still listening," because we are.
I'll take a picture with that.
And Peter has a great little analogy. I don't know if he told it to you earlier about how we basically take a stethoscope and we put it on the chest of the earth, and we can. Yes, Peter's laughing at me, and really that gives you a visual to what we do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Stethoscope.
Man. So, marketing, all right?
Yeah, back to marketing.
You got Microseismic, you know the history, you have all this history. How are you as the marketing director? Is that the...
Chief Marketing Officer.
Chief Marketing Officer, CMO.
Yes, CMO.
CMO, Chief Marketing Officer of Microseismic. You see where it's at now, you see where it's going. How do you design this? How do you create a vision, and then you also have to put the right people in to execute that vision, right?
So this summer, for the first time ever, I hired some interns, which I really enjoyed, and I'd like to do that really throughout every summer, to be honest with you, or throughout the year. If there's somebody listening that wants college credit during the school year in the fall or the spring, not just the summer, I want to have more interns working for me because they have a good vision. They really do, and I'm going to give credit to the intern, Adriana, that worked for me this summer. To the green swoop on our logo, that was her idea. So like I said, the younger generation, we need to listen to them.
Yeah.
We really do, because they really do have good ideas. But yes, I spend most of my time executing events, the strategy, the messaging, and trying to just keep the buzz going.
Yeah.
Microseismic, what I like to think in my mind is that we look like we're a bigger company than we actually are. That's my underlying goal, and I like to think we accomplished that.
Yeah, I mean, you talk to people, they're like, "Oh, Microseismic, it's like the Microseismic company, for Microseismic." Like,
yeah, Peter.
Perception
is key.
Wow, interesting.
It is key.
Interesting.
And we try to play with the big boys. One day I'm going to be in the corridor right here.
The big
cross
spot.
section. Yeah, it's going to happen.
Whoa! Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
We're on task.
Very cool. I'm learning a lot from you. This idea of marketing, your philosophy with marketing. I'm trying to get I'm really trying to learn from that and your perspective, your approach, right? And in an industry like this, it's been around for so long. Your reputation is so important, right?
It's so important,
right? Like, can you talk more about that as you kind of got through the many years of doing this?
Well, Microseismic's reputation, we do have core values that we do live by. Just our excellence, our customer service, and just stemming back to the we care. It is, we're like a family, and we do family things together. We celebrate people's weddings and
is that right?
Babies, and we always have a Christmas party and Halloween. And so Peter always wants to make sure people at work are having fun. And we have a good balance with hybrid working, and we just look after each other.
Yeah, and how important is that for a marketing salespeople, right? Like to know that your
it goes back to our brand.
Yeah.
I mean that we are. The word that comes to mind is just kumbaya. That there is peace. There is peace at Microseismic, and that we are working together to accomplish a goal. And we have town hall meetings regularly where we talk about strategy and update,
Very transparent, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm all about being transparent, for sure.
Right on.
Yes.
Man.
What do
you think of Gary? 1 year in?
I
Gary
know,
Hargraves?
Gary. We celebrated him. I mean, he came in with a breath of fresh air. He had lots of great ideas in terms of marketing and using our assets that we already have. I mean, we're trying to do a lot with a small budget, and I think we've accomplished that. But Gary came in with great ideas, and I'm grateful for his vision, and he's always positive as well. And
right on.
Yeah, it's been a great year.
Cool. Well, I'm rooting for you guys.
Yeah, please do.
Yes, and if you can say just one thing about, say if someone just goes to the website, right, or someone's standing in an elevator, however you want to imagine this, and you want them to take away, what you want them to take away from Microseismic. How do you deliver that message, or what is that message that you want people to know when they walk away from the website, or you, or anybody else?
Truthfully, this last year I have worked hard, and as well as with my interns with me, of getting the word out that we are no longer we have gone beyond being just a hydraulic fracture monitoring company, that we've diversified our portfolio, that we're reusing our core technology, which has been around for 20 years, which is proven, and we have branched out into new markets. And so we've spent a lot of time this year in the carbon space and going to a lot of events. Mm-hmm. I always want a seat at the table, and that means speaking. Like if you look at our speaking schedule, I'm like,
go.
We want a voice. To me, our voice is just as powerful as our message. So, and that really kind of, Carrie is also a big fan of that, is making sure that the company as a whole is out speaking and attending networking events. But back to what you were saying, but energy and environmental, we spent a lot of time this year getting the word out that we've branched into carbon and geothermal, as well as sinkhole growth and development.
Right.
And I like to think we've accomplished that, but I mean, there's still work to do.
Oh, these partnerships that are coming in the doors are super exciting.
Yes, that's super exciting, and the grants that we've received from the Department of Energy.
Yeah.
And
how important.
We're also have our foot in geothermal as well, and trying to get more synergy there with some more partnerships. So we're laying the foundation right now, and it's super exciting to be part of it, truthfully.
Right
check
on.
Back in with us in a couple years.
Oh, I'm keeping tabs, for sure.
Tabs, and
For sure. Hopefully PBE can help tell the story, right? Help track this.
And it's such a great story to tell.
Yeah.
It really is, of survival and determination. And just,
get the chills.
Seriously. No, I'm proud to work at Microseismic, and it's a great team. And
right on.
I mean,
it's been an honor to be here. Thank you for inviting us and having us here.
No, you've done a really good job.
Right on.
I'm really happy. I'm glad we did this.
Same.
I'm glad it worked out. And
thanks, Monica.
Of course. Till next time.
We're out.
We're out.